When it comes to creativity and artistic approaches, nothing gets as challenging as originality. One can write, film, or draw whatever they want and claim it to be original, but the moment one recognizes a familiar part or feel from that product, then it's common to be accused of being a copycat, ripoff, or plagiarism. And while history did show us that repeated ideas aren't necessarily a bad thing, some concepts were able to evolve and surpass the original and even left a bigger mark than what they took inspiration from. Others, however, were stained by the mark of being a ripoff of other works, and unfortunately, that's how many people get to see them. No matter how different they end up from the original, people will always see it as an inferior copy just because something similar came before. And nothing may come to this infamy than the case of Jungle Emperor and The Lion King. Two works that at first glance may look similar, but are they really the exact same thing? And did one of them really plagiarize the other? Or is it a case of people repeating one random internet article and they just went with it without fact-checking? How many of you came across these stock pictures and believed everything was told about them? And more importantly, how many of you did watch Jungle Emperor or Kimba the White Lion to see if these accusations were true or not? Yeah, you see, most of those who repeat these accusations didn't even bother to watch anything from Jungle Emperor and just went along with them without putting an attempt in checking if they were true or not. If you ask anybody what they know of Kimba the White Lion, there's a high chance they will say it's the thing the Lion King ripped off, but they don't go for any further detail. And if you showed them these pictures, they would instantly agree without knowing their full context. They don't know any of the characters, the storyline, or anything. All what they'll say, the original Lion King, or anything similar. It doesn't help that even when you want to look into it, the only results you get are the repeated things. Google The Lion King is not a ripoff, but you get the opposite of what you're looking for. Luckily, this series will help clear some, if not all, misunderstandings. Or at least try to. We will take an in-depth look in both The Lion King and Jungle Emperor to see if The Lion King was really a ripoff or just a case blown out of proportions. Now, it should be noted that preparing to research this franchise was not as simple as I hoped it would. While it is simple to look at The Lion King since it's just a single movie, and yes, we're only going to look at The Lion King and not any of the sequels or spin-off shows unless it needed to, Jungle Emperor was a bigger challenge simply for the problem of lack of availability in its original format. While it is easy to get access to Kimba the White Lion and Leo the Lion, as in the American versions of the two anime series, getting access to the original Japanese version was a bigger ordeal due to lack of their availability in a translated format. This is worse with the manga since it doesn't have a complete English scanlation, no official English releases, and not even the complete raw format is available online. I had to buy them myself, and not even that was simple since many sellers wouldn't ship them to my address. The only thing out of the manga to be available in English is the Ghibli English Comics edition, which only covered the first volume out of 3. Which is really upsetting since I wanted to get the complete picture of the franchise in order to give the series the attention it deserves. So considering the situation, we are going to compare The Lion King to the 1965 series Kimba the White Lion and the 1966 sequel Leo the Lion in their American format. We are going to ignore the following. The 1966 movie, since it consists of episodes merged to make one movie. The 1989 reboot series, also known as The New Adventures of Kimba the White Lion, because it was localized and released in America in 1998, years after The Lion King, also for it being translated up to episode 22 out of 52. The 1997 and 2009 movies, as well as the 2000 short film, since they were made and released years after The Lion King, and they're unrelated to the original series, and therefore we won't use them in this comparison. The Lion King 2 Simba's Pride is gonna be a reference, but it won't be a main topic. And The Lion King 1.5 and Lion Guard will be ignored. No, we will only look at the original series and the original series alone, but we will refer to later editions when it's necessary. This is going to be a long series to research, so don't expect these videos to be frequent and expect many gaps in between them. We are talking about a 52 episode series and a 26 episode sequel, not to mention the other versions that I need to look at. Need I remind you that I have my job from 8 to 4 5 days a week, so it's not like I have the full time to spend watching them in short time. But don't worry, I'll post different videos in between so you will get something from time to time. So please, be patient with me, and I'll see you next time in the first part of this new series, The Emperor and the King, when we delve to the history of the two franchises.